remember too. Yes. Of course. I'm sorry, sis. I've done absolutely everything in my power to keep you.
Lieutenant Whitaker?
I have to go. Something's come up.
Who are you? How did you get into my office?
I'm with Interpol. We have reason to believe someone from Tarvos Security Services tampered with evidence at Ruzika Station shortly after the terrorist attack occurred. You wouldn't know anything about that, would you?
Interpol? What the hell are you talking about? How dare you accuse Tarvos of collaborating with terrorists?
I'm not accusing Tarvos of anything, yet. I came in here off the record to avoid making things more complicated.
I suppose I should appreciate that. But we're in the business of protecting things, Agent. Not covering them up.
Listen, Lieutenant. You're either towing the company line, or you're hiding something. Either way, there's been a terrorist attack, and Interpol needs to get to the bottom of it. Help me do that, and I promise, if someone here was involved, I'll do everything in my power to ensure it doesn't come down the wrong way.
That's generous of you. But I've already told you I'm not hiding anything. You can't just break in here in the middle of a lockdown situation and start pointing fingers. Now get out of here the same way you came in. Oh, and Agent, if you ever step foot in this office again without proper approval or actual evidence of wrongdoing, I'll turn you into a ghost. Do I make myself clear?
There's no need for that, Lieutenant. I didn't come here to disrespect you. I'm just following up on a lead.
Well, your lead is a dead end. It's pretty clear that Ark was behind the bombing. I can assure you that Tarvos had no connection to them. Goodbye, Agent. Get out of my office. We're done here. There's nothing left to discuss. I have nothing to say to you, Agent. There's nothing left to discuss. I have nothing to say to you.
Chang, I talked to Whitaker. He denies any Tarvos involvement, but I know he's hiding something.
This was a high-tech job, Jensen, and high-tech jobs leave high-tech traces. If you could find something that shows Whitaker knew what was going on...
I can get him to break. I'll see what I can dig up in the IT department.
That side is low on units. Move to maintain. Confirm. All is fine. All right, yours.
General message for all personnel with children in daycare.
What these journalists overlook
Is
the damage.
they have been moved to a safe facility.
Last
If
year,
you have any questions or concerns, please contact Ms. Kirkland.
transports from getting through. In Chile, they committed massive voter fraud when they rigged the People are always watching. In part one of our two-part look at the Human Restoration Act, I am joined by the head of the Department of Sociology at Harvard, Dr. Stansfield Christensen. It is a pleasure to speak with you, Doctor. Tell me, what do you feel the Human Restoration Act will achieve if it is passed?
Gwen. And it's a pleasure to speak with you too, Eliza.
General message.
Listen, I know what you're saying. Restoration Act is a step back.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated.
Justice warriors fail to see the bigger picture.
Access granted.
Threw everything off the rails. Since then,
questions to ensure the Human Restoration Act gets passed, while the crime syndicates lick their chops waiting for complete mastery over the drug trade. With groups like the Jinn and the Diwali trafficking goods in that area, there's no guarantee these shipments won't get hijacked. Arabia. I mean, have you fuckers not seen Lawrence of Arabia? It's gonna be no prisoners! No prisoners! All over again. And let's say we...
Anomaly detected.
So as not to
Trace
destroy the
program initiated. Access granted.
guarantee there won't be drinks of neuropozyne roasting in the desert sun, getting spoiled and contaminated once again, thereby leading down the path to another AUG incident? All I know is you natches out there better not be planning to take a tour of this place anytime soon, or you're gonna get trapped in there. And Kurt Russell is old as fuck, so there ain't gonna be no...
Chang, Whitaker may be involved in this. He ordered equipment off the record that could have been used to corrupt the footage.
He did something unofficial at Tarvos? That's huge, Jensen.
The information I found is only circumstantial, but it should be enough to shake the truth out of him. I'll contact you if he's willing to talk this time.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
General message. Please refrain from non-essential communication until the security lockdown has been lifted.
Is freedom of the press a threat to everyone? In the hands of irresponsible journalists, it can be. Underground websites and radio stations continue to praise the Juggernaut Collective, an illicit group of vigilantes.
Get out of my office. We're done here.
Chang, talking to Whitaker is not an option. I'm gonna search his office, see what I can find.
Okay, Jensen.
Mission is to ensure that we are from them. I am not unmeant, but I have many friends who are, and most of them are afraid to walk outside of their homes right now.
Might have heard something. Come on.
It's horrible. They want to feel safe again, and the Human Restoration Act.
It sounds like UN Resolution 3507 may be the solution the world is looking for. Thank you, Dr. Christensen, for your honest and insightful perspective. This is
General
Eliza
message.
Sun, reporting to you
We have been
live
advised by Prague
from
City
Vegas.
Services that water
Vegas
pressure and power may be
News,
interrupted.
global leader in food,
Our backup water
health,
tanks are
and
generated
impartial
to
reporting.
keep our offices up and running
And
for a
now
minimum
for
of
a close look
24
at the
hours.
events making headlines around the world. Here are our top stories.
Stay put.
Get out of my office. We're done here. Didn't I tell you to leave? Who's your superior?
Shut it, Whitaker. I know the station's telecam footage was corrupted by a modified RDT device, and I also know you borrowed one from this office right around the time the bombs went off.
You don't quit, do you, Agent? Where's your proof?
Your IT department sent an email. Alan, the LT, came to me today. Demanded I give him an RDT device reconfigured to spot corrupt digital data. Said he'd submit the paperwork later. Shall I continue, or would you like to explain now?
It's not what it looks like. I'm not a terrorist. I'm not an AUG sympathizer. And it wasn't a Tarvos mandate or anything like that. I had to protect my sister.
Your sister? Your sister was the bomber?
No, she would never. It was her husband. ARC got to him.
I brainwashed him somehow. My brother-in-law was a proud man. He was a good mechanic. But after the incident, people didn't trust dogs around machinery.
He lost his job. He and your sister would have been forced to move to Gollum City then. You sure he was a member of ARC?
Isn't everyone in that place? And you have to be if you want to survive. When he lost his license to work, he became bitter and resentful. ARC must have preyed on that. It's what terrorists do.
It's what somebody did. I'm just not sure it was ARC. I need his name, Lieutenant.
He's dead. But my sister isn't. You ID the bomber, and the next thing that happens is the police start tearing through Gollum City looking for her. So no, I'm not telling you his name.
I get that you want to protect your sister, Lieutenant, and I even agree. Once the bomber's name gets out, she probably will...
I swear to you, she had nothing to do with the attack. And my brother-in-law... Ivan was just a pawn. He couldn't organize anything if he tried. Burke. His name was Ivan Burke.
Did your sister ever mention anyone else from ARC? Someone Ivan might have spent a lot of time with?
You mean the one who recruited him? No, not specifically, no. There were a couple of guys he'd sometimes drink with. T-Bone, Lou Bosch... I don't know. Oh, but there was this one guy. He came by their apartment about a week ago. A big Russian. Left a note and signed it Old Blue Eye. She said he seemed friendly enough, but was glad he didn't stay.
And your sister? If I'm gonna help her, I need her name too.
Melissa. If you're serious about helping her, there are only two ways you can. Get her out of there. Or keep Ivan's name out of it.
I understand. That was a neat trick, the way you corrupted the Intellicam data. Any chance it can be restored?
No. The remote data transfer device I use is very efficient. There's no way to recover the original data.
Has Tarvos tampered with footage like this in the past?
I'm in enough trouble as it is, Agent. I'm not adding more by answering that.
I appreciate you coming clean, Lieutenant. Even so, I wouldn't leave town if I were you. You've made this investigation harder than it should have been.
I have no intention of leaving. Why? What are you going to do now?
I get that you acted to protect your sister, and that you're worried she'll be put at risk. I'll do my best to keep names out of my report for now, but I can't guarantee they won't be needed in the future.
I see. I appreciate you giving me and my sister a chance, Agent. I'll make sure an officer is waiting at the lift. It'll take you down to the metro level. Men, this is Lieutenant Whitaker. In the midst of our lockdown, an Interpol agent penetrated our defenses. We'll deal with the ramifications later. For now, show him to the lift so we can access the metro. Whitaker, out.
Before you go, allow me to offer you, a token of my appreciation. Some whiskey, perhaps?
General message. As been advised by transit services, the water pressure and power may be interrupted. Our backup water tank is generated. Each part is underground for a minimum of 24 hours.
Chang, make sure there's a metro train available for me at Terminal Station.
Did you find out who corrupted the footage?
I did better than that. I'll fill you in on the details back at HQ.
Cutting-edge security measures have protected the sensitive secrets of Mega Corporation. Has ever come close to
Confirmed.
reaching the place.
That makes 4.
No. Stop. No. Go. Hey, this is the lift that'll get you to the metro level. You've used the lift before.
Access to Range 3 and Transport Combat Zone 2 is not possible during this lockdown.
Chang,
You got here quick. So let's have it, Jensen. Who's our bomber, and how the hell is Tarvos involved?
the footage was corrupted by a Tarvos officer to protect the identity of a family member.
Okay, so who was the bomber?
The bomber doesn't matter. Someone within ARC is acting against Rucker's ideals. They recruited a nobody with very few options in life to be nothing more than a pawn in all this.
Nice work, Jensen. You must have been quiet in there. Tarvos hasn't reported anything.
I like to get answers without creating new questions.